everybody, welcome back to GWN. So, guess what, guys? It's time for another look at another troop at Builder Hall 9. Yes, hey! So, I've been playing around with all of the troops, and so have the guys at both Creative and Oz Builders. They're giving me all kinds of great replays. Some of them are a little bit long, and I'm trying to squeeze as many into each one video as I can and try to keep it at or below 10 minutes because I think that's about the right time for it. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Super PEKKA. And I've got 6 replays for you here. 6. Starting off with a mass Super PEKKA. Remember, I keep telling you guys, anything goes at Builder Hall 9 right now. That's right, because right now, most players are not fully maxed yet. Most players don't have many, if anything, maxed, to be honest. So, it's kind of like hitting Builder Hall 8, but with the Builder Hall 9 format. And here we've got Cool Breeze over Creative, and he's running a mass Super PEKKA. I haven't run this one since the Super PEKKA was first introduced at Builder Hall 8. Very much the same thing as what we're seeing now, where you've got a lot of lower level defenses, mixed level defenses, if you will. Not quite ready at Builder Hall 9 level defenses, so we can get away with a little bit more. And these Pekkas absolutely smash this base. And I think that this is the thing about the Super PEKKA. She got a couple of additional levels like everybody else, and I want to say each one of them brought over 200 HP more. So she's cranking out like, gosh, I don't know, almost like 500 additional HP. And she was already a brute as it is. So now you've got this like massive troop that with every swing of the blade just completely and totally throttles no matter what she hits. And everybody's been finding all kinds of different ways to combine it with other troops that are really cool. Now, we did a video a few days back on Pekka Glide, which everybody has apparently renamed Fog, P-H-O-G, Fog. So we're not going to call it Pekka Glide anymore. It's now Fog, so don't call it Pekka Glide, because if we call it Pekka Glide, everybody gets upset. They like Fog, so no more Pekka Glide, okay? Now, Turtle, Creative Clash, running a Fog attack. And you can see it's the same standard layout as we've talked about before. A lot of players run either 2 or 3 camps of Super PEKKAs, and then of course 4 or 3 camps of the Hall Gliders. And you kind of, well, you work your way in from one end of the base, slowly but surely stunning wherever you can, especially if you can hit those crushers, to stun those, because they're obviously the big damage causers in any kind of ground attack. But the Super PEKKAs provide a little bit of additional tanking and tons and tons and tons of damage, along with, of course, your battle machine. So if you got a level 30 battle machine, it's even better. But even level 25, I'm telling you, this attack is off the hook. These level 8 defenses just cannot stand up to it. Honestly, I feel bad for anybody with an actual Builder Hall 8, because right now, you're probably getting steamrolled back to the Ice Age. I mean, it's just, the power that's in these level 18 troops is absolutely phenomenal. And whether you've upgraded or, bought, or you're just using power potions, the troops are absolutely killer. Here's another one, Galadaddy over at Creative Clash, running Pekka carts. Yeah, Pekka carts. And same thing, the Pekkas are going to go in, they're going to smash ways into the base, they're going to take all kinds of additional heavy defensive fire. And then coming in behind them from a more or less protected space are going to be the cannon carts that are, they're just going to kind of, one-shot a lot of stuff, take them out and get them out of the way. Unfortunately, they don't last as long as you might have liked, but nonetheless, they're able to do a fair amount of damage. And of course, they're backing up the Super PEKKAs as they plow right through the base. I don't know if we have any higher leveled defenses in these replays. I don't think we do. Although I have a video I'm going to be putting out here soon with a bunch of replays of Pekkas and Raged Barbarians. I thought about putting them in this video, but I said, I've got so many, and they're actually a little bit longer. They're about 2 minutes long. Some of them are even 2.5 minutes long. So I really wanted to kind of dedicate a separate video to that, because it really showcases how you can distract the defenses that are going to be causing problems for the Raged Barbarians. And really, the Raged Barbarians in those attacks become more of a distraction themselves. They take out some of the troops, like, for example, the guard post troops, get those out of the way. and more or less enable the Super P.E.K.K.A to go in and do more damage. So really, really helpful there. And I'm going to have separate videos on that. Now we've got Zen from Creative, and he is running a Bombarian carts, and with P.E.K.K.A, of course, because this is a P.E.K.K.A video, obviously. And the P.E.K.K.A serves in, again, a couple capacities. She's a tank. She breaks down walls. She does massive damage. So all the standard, substandard duties of a Super P.E.K.K.A is on all these videos, really. And you can see as she goes in, most of the ground fire is going to concentrate on her as opposed to our cannon carts, or even for that matter, the Raged Barbarians as they work their way in. And she's getting pummeled pretty good by a number of things. This isn't a fully max base, but it's pretty doggone close. I mean, you can see they've got level 9 double cannons and crushers and archer towers. Matter of fact, this might even be maxed almost all the way through except for the walls and that firecracker. I'm going to guess the lava launcher probably wasn't maxed either, but it's definitely way up there. And look how these P.E.K.K.As just tear through those level 9 defenses. I mean, it's like they're, you know, they're nothing. They're pudding. They're jello. It's just going to go right through them and tear them up. And when it finally does go down, which it did a little bit ago here now, you've still got plenty of juice left in your cannon cart and your Raged Barbarians and your battle machine to carry you through to the last few buildings, so that there's not a whole lot. There's nothing ranged that's left. And that's one of the specialties of these attacks. They get rid of so many defenses that what little remains, it ends up being 15 or 20 seconds or so, and the last bits of your offense can take them out. Next one up, and I think this is our last one, maybe? I don't know. This one is a Pekka Barb. So we're going to get the Super P.E.K.K.A with just a straight-up Barb. And a few more Super P.E.K.K.As in this one than some others. So the Super P.E.K.K.A is gonna feature well in this with Merciless here from Creative. She's going to be doing a lot of the damage, whereas the roles are reversed, and the Barbs are going to be doing more of the distraction, taking care of some of the outside buildings, dealing with some of those guard post troops, things like that. Very similar to a Pekka Barb attack. It's just in this case, Merciless took along some bombers to dismantle the walls and, shall we say, disrupt things a little bit. And this was a little bit longer, and I'm finding that most of the Pekka Barb attacks are longer. I think that's because you've got so many troops, you're trickling them in, when you get down to just the Super P.E.K.K.As and that's it, well, of course, the battle machine, they've got a lot of ground to cover, they've got a lot of stuff to destroy. Especially slow if you're dealing with a base that's got a lot of compartments or it's completely closed off, because they may have to break into or through compartments to kind of work their way through. But again, these attacks, anything goes, guys. You're going to get away with just about anything, and you're going to work your way all the way up into the 4,000s. Some of these guys are up in the 5,000s already, and we're only a few days into the season. So, I mean, really, you can run just about any of the standard attacks, or take one of the early generic attack strategies and add in 1, 2, 3, or 4 P.E.K.K.As and end up with a really good solid strat that's going to take you right on up the trophy rankings, get lots and lots of loot, and really work out. So here's the very last one, and this is Zen going up against Leonidas. And you can see we've got here another Bombarian Cart P.E.K.K.A type of deal, and Zen works his way in from the top, same thing. Brings in that Super P.E.K.K.A, let her take on a little bit of the defensive fire, kind of break a few things up along the way, and goes to Battle Machine. He's going to do the exact same thing. Let those cannons get rid of that crusher, and then boom, it's time to flood the base with Raged Barbarians. And those Raged Barbs, like I've said before, they just last forever. They just keep on going and going and going and going, and they just take it out like there's no tomorrow. So here we go. We're taking out tons and tons and tons of defenses with just 40 seconds left to go. We're going to walk our way through the base and finish off these last few defenses and get yet another 3-star result. I'm figuring we got about maybe another week of this, because over the next week, more and more players are going to have the opportunity to crank up some of the defenses. And, well, we've got CWLs that will be starting here. Ooh, when does CWL start? It starts in another few days, doesn't it, I think? So after that, we're going to be getting lots of medals, which of course means that we're going to get lots of hammers and other such. So everything's going to begin to be upgraded very quickly, and I think to a sizable degree, which is a good thing because that's going to make the game much more competitive, and we're going to start to see what these troops are really capable of. So comments, questions down below. Thanks a lot for sticking around to the end of the video. I'll be back in another day or two. Going to have that Pekka Barb video and maybe a couple of other looks at troops. Y'all take care and keep on clashing. Bye-bye now.